Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, I want to shout out, thank you to everyone that was there last night at the public e-learning. I absolutely appreciate it. Truly do thank you. So, hello, John. How are you? Good morning. Nancy, Ron, JW, Joe, Stu, Julie, Jason, Mike, Steph, Larry. How you guys all doing there? All right, so here it is. Here's some notes that I wrote down this morning. Good morning, Thomas. So Wednesday, 11/30, 2022. Lots of headlines today. Lots and lots and lots of headlines today. Jay Powell at 1:30 p.m. SPY still stuck. What did I write here? Still stuck between two trend lines, meaning these right here. Sorry. There we go. Those two trend lines. You could either use this one or this one. Either way, it's stuck between these two trend lines. I think the best thing we can do, best thing I can do, these notes are for me. I'm just sharing them out loud. So the best thing I could do is be patient till I get confirmation which way we're going to break out. And that would mean being a little light on the trading for a day or two until we get there. Break down or break out, either way. T21.23 on the hourly at the close yesterday remained bullish, so I have to kind of remain bullish with that. 15-minute, it did remain bullish. It kind of picked itself up. It was underwater right at the end of the day, underwater a couple of times yesterday, but it did kind of lift itself up. It's kind of in that middle. Not sure I'm going to trust it one way or another until we get a little bit of confirmation from it. UVXY, let's change that to a daily. There you go. UVXY is still trending down below the T-line. T-line's below the trend indicator. There's nothing here at all that screams UVXY, or a lot of people use VXX. The VIX. And there's nothing here that screams fear, not at the moment. Now, at about 1:30 this afternoon, there could be a lot of fear put into this market. That is possible. So that's what we have to contend with today. What are we going to do today? And that's exactly what we have to contend with. Some charts that I kind of like. I'm adding them to the watch list, which we've already talked about BIDU once. Yesterday, I believe. And really, kind of a bummer here. I was hoping BIDU would sit down just a little bit, and that would make a good buy. I do not want to chase it here. But if it was to sit down just a little bit, rest, may not be today, could be tomorrow, could be next week, then I think BIDU just might be setting up. It's doing everything we would want it to do, everything I would want it to do. We've got a nice little bottom here. You can certainly make a hammer argument. Low to a high, to a higher low, to a higher high, to a higher low. Nice big bullish candle, and then a flag pull back with a breakout. I'm just not sure what one would want. Jay Powell not to speak today, maybe. That might be something, but that's not going to happen. So we have to just kind of work with what we have here. Either way, I'm going to wait for a better setup. Closer to the T-line, more of a 3/8 trap. I'll certainly take a 3/8 trap breakout, but it's going to have to pull back, then break out again. Boot. Look, here's just, this is a going business here, Boot. Shoes are a great business. They really are. Here we've got a nice little gap in here, bull kicker gap. Great consolidation. In here, terrific consolidation. Trend is up. I think this is a rounded bottom breakout. I see no reason why we can't move up, 69, and then maybe take on these highs, and then the 50 period moving average. Well, maybe not the 50. Never mind, I lied to you about that. Yeah, I lied to you about that. So maybe break out of this 69.60. and then about the 200 period moving average. And then there's a possibility of 78 up here on this one. So I like that boot chart, real nice. You're coming into the holiday time. Who wouldn't like shoes on the holiday? UNH here. Nice pop this morning. Looks like we started down below. We're holding up. We need to break out. If that starts to break out, then that might have something up there. A few targets I've kind of pointed out, just simply using the, where we've had double tops or multi-tops, or what I like to say, where the candlesticks have an argument, where they just, think of them as mom and dad, and they just have an argument. Who's going to win? RKT. Somebody, I was working with somebody privately yesterday. They showed me this chart. That's a killer chart right there. That is truly a killer chart. That's a beautiful chart if you ask me. Nice, wonderful bottom. Let's put the sides on here. You get sides, you get the bottom, and now you're getting those sides again. And that's what makes this rounded bottom start slingshotting upwards. Now, I sure wish it would just do that. I do. And of course I was in it, but it's not going to do that. If it goes up here, it's going to pull back multiple times. That is just the nature of a chart. And that's where we come in and trade it. Well, here's one of the moves to the upside, and here's one of the pullbacks. Looks to me like it's in that area for possible trading. This is a rounded bottom breakout. We're right at the dotted deuce right now. 200 is going to be the first main target up there. Nike's another rounded bottom breakout. We're right above the dotted deuce. There's the 200. A few targets above. We're going to have to get through 109.50. Simply that top. Coals. I'm still holding Coals. What does that look like? I haven't even looked. Okay. Coals still looks good. So Coals is another rounded bottom breakout. I think that's a pretty decent bottom. We rallied up, consolidated, banging up against that dotted deuce area. I think we've hit it enough times. If it breaks out now, it'll kind of run up a little bit. Targets 35, 36, and 40 up there. KHC, this is one that I'm eyeballing. Not in it. With the possibility of reaching these highs, almost 14%, I can afford to wait till it breaks out, prove to me it can get out there. And when it does, I'm going to look to be a buyer on this. I like this, especially if the market is looking for some defensive charts, which they might be. We'll see. Another one is GSK. I think GSK might be headed a little higher. I do not believe it's a buy right here. Not yet. I think we should wait a little bit, be a little bit patient. Let's see how today goes. The last hour of the day might be a good day to do some trading because all the news, Mr. Powell will be finished, and a lot of this information today will be digested. That might be a good time. Remember that when Powell does talk, there's always some jerking around in the market. Don't chase the first one. Don't chase the second one. I just don't know how that anybody wins with that sort of thing. Let it calm down. Let it settle down, and then we can look at something. So, unfortunately, today may be one of those, another one of those very boring days, like yesterday was. Alrighty, you guys take care. Thank you very much. We'll see you in about 30 minutes when the market opens up. Later.